So Bayern Munich, we just lost we didn't lose, but we drew 1-1 versus Man City in the Champions League, but it means we're out of the Champions League. So let's look at what went wrong. I'll do some tactics, some pitch analysis, but also my thoughts on the recent situation on the board, whether they set us up for failure in this Champions League, and my thoughts on all things Bayern. And I was at this Bayern match, so look at this clip right now, and there was just a great atmosphere. You can see the fans are shouting Bayern, and it was just a very good atmosphere in this moment at the stadium. But anyway, let's go into the tactics. So in the tactics, it was this classic 4-2-3-1. Cancelo was inverting a bit, and he was providing more crosses into the box for Choupo-Moting and so on. Sané starting on the left, Coman on the right. And Coman and Pavard were two crucial players. Coman and Pavard were constantly, especially in the first half, getting behind Man City. But this is where I have a problem with the tactics. So yes, it did work, but why have Pavard there if we're going to get Pavard in so many times in behind? Surely Cancelo would have been amazing in those runs in behind. Or Mazraoui, a more attacking right back. I like Pavard, but he was getting into such good positions where he wasn't able to make full use of them because that's not his strength. So maybe Tuchel should have played Mazraoui or Cancelo at right back, I think. Also, Musiala and Choupo-Moting. Musiala played well in the first half, don't get me wrong, and I thought Choupo-Moting actually played pretty well because he provided the option for, say, Pavard to hit a ball into Choupo-Moting, then they pass to Musiala and pass it out to Sané, where if we had Gnabry up front or Muller up front, it doesn't quite work in that way. But the problem I have with this is, where was Thomas Muller, man? Thomas Muller needed to play in this role. I don't care if Musiala played well. Play Musiala on the wing. Because if we have Cancelo here whipping balls into the box, Thomas Muller would have been so good. And I get why Tuchel didn't play Muller, because he wanted the pace and dynamicism on the counter-attack versus City. But there's so much space. Muller's so good in those spaces. And we were crying out for someone in the box to take charge of things, take control of things, where Musiala didn't. As good as Musiala was, he wasn't that present in the box, partnering Choupo-Moting, dragging out defenders, helping be a force multiplier for Bayern. So Muller should have played. That's first and foremost. Goretzka, Kimmich played decently. Sané played okay. But another point is our wingers are not goal scorers, man. So it means that they create chances, they almost score, but they never do actually score. So this is a problem, and that's why we need the top number 9. But let's quickly go into some pitch analysis. Also the state of the Allianz Pitch was truly horrendous, and I'll be talking about that right now because, as I said, I was at the game. So I took some pictures of what was going on in the game. And let's look at the pitch right here. So the pitch, you see, this is where Bayern did 2 lines to warm up. Look at the state of that pitch. That pitch should not be looking like that after the warm up. Even here, you see all the different patches of grass that's built up. It's so bad. The pitch was truly shocking, and there's no wonder Upamecano slipped. There's no wonder multiple players slipped. It harmed our ball development. The ball is a bit bobbly. Just a shocking pitch. Truly shocking. I'm not saying that's why Bayern lost, but, you know, it was a really bad pitch. Now here is about the midfield turnovers. So we multiple times, Kimmich, Goretzka, Musiala, got a turnover, and then we're hitting City on the counter-attack where they don't have many players forward. So this is the chance. Sané has to finish this one, though. But that was a key tactic to get those midfield turnovers. It really worked well in the first half. Now, we don't have a fox in the box. This is where Thomas Muller would have been, right in that red zone, but there's no. Look at all the players are just static, standing around, waiting for the cross to come in. They're not being dynamic, going into the wide open spaces. You see here, that's the problem with Bayern. This was the Coman cross where Choupo-Moting could have got a foot on, arguably, right before Man City scored the goal and ended the tie. But we needed that vital presence. None of our players are such a presence like Muller. So that's why Muller should have played in this match. We were crying for him in the box here. Yet these players are occupying spaces, but none of them are particularly effective. Now, I just have a few pictures here, but Upamecano's positioning, shocking, man. Upamecano, he's in the perfect position to continue to track Haaland the whole time. De Bruyne has picked up the ball here. De Ligt's on De Bruyne or Kimmich. which means Upamecano, the only player he needs to focus on is Erling Haaland. And what does he do, man? This is what he does. So when De Bruyne is charging through here, literally, De Ligt has De Bruyne. And there's a wide open space, this green space, wide open, and Upamecano is not tracking Haaland, which gives De Bruyne the ability to play the ball into Haaland. Haaland can run into it, and then the rest is history. Haaland just goes on to score the goal. Of course, Upamecano trips, but if his positioning, if he's just razor tight, he should be right here, blocking Haaland. He should be in Haaland's way. He should have been right next to Haaland the whole way. It's just shocking play from Upamecano. Shocking performance all around from Upamecano, but it was just another shocking moment in a shocking tie for the defender. Now, let's talk about the tactics of Tuchel. So, I said it was bad because no Mazraoui, no Muller, but it did work because we did get Pavard, Coman into those spaces. We did have chances, and ultimately it's the players which cost us our tie. But one thing I will say is I was happy. The crowd was very happy with this performance. We clapped them at the end because they did try their best and they gave it their all, and that's all we can do. But their all is just not good enough. As I said, the Bayern squad, the wingers are not goal scorers. Coman, Sané, they're not goal scorers. And when we only have one striker, we need goal scorers. So we need at least a goal scoring someone like Mohamed Salah, or at least a proper striker like Osimhen, because we're not going to find goals if we can't, if we don't have the players for it, simply. Now, the performance was good, they gave their best effort. Now let's talk about the board, because there have been rumours in recent days that Oliver Kahn, CEO, might be getting replaced. And to be honest, I think they all have to go, because all the key signings in this team were on the bench. We are now 3 Champions League quarterfinals only. And remember, we had an era where we got to 7, 8 semi-finals in a row. We're out of all the cups with Tuchel, and he was signed to save the treble for us, and now we're out of all the cups. I think Nagelsmann found the winning system. I think we may not have won this tie, but we would have done better if we had Nagelsmann, because he finally... This is a squad which is poorly built, with no striker. We let Lewandowski leave, a huge mistake. Nagelsmann had finally found a way to rectify this no-striker issue and made a functioning squad. And they sack him right when he finds a winning system. Simply put, the last 4 years have been a complete circus clown show from this board. Hansi Flick signing was lucky. He was the messiah. He was so good. But even the terms on which he left indicated that there was something going wrong in Bayern's board. So simply put, Bayern's board has done horrendously over the past 4 years, bar a miracle that was Hansi Flick. And that was a Rummenigge signing. That was a Rummenigge decision. Since the new board of Kahn, Brasso have come in, their signings have repeatedly failed, and it's just not been good enough. And simply put, people in the Bayern employees are talking about a lack of family spirit under Oliver Kahn compared to Karl-Heinz Rummenigge before him. And I think that's what Bayern has lost. That's why Hansi Flick left, David Alaba, Lewandowski, because the Bayern spirit has been gone when these new executives have taken charge. So simply put, I don't think it's good enough. I think we will struggle to win the league this year now. And simply put, this board is a big problem. A big problem. It's cost us with our signings, cost us with rash manager decisions. If you look at Bayern's recent manager decisions, Niko Kovac, a failure. Also, Nagelsmann, a bit of a failure. Tuchel, now not great. Hansi Flick was the only one who succeeded, and Hansi Flick was a mistake. Anyway, I just think that the board has some questions to answer, and they've not been very good recently. I'm very disappointed by them. We need Philip Lahm in. That's all.